Today we're going to do a stretch and balance routine to strengthen all of the balance muscles in your body, to stretch things out, loosen things up to give you more mobility. This is really important, especially as we get older, just so that we can maintain the ability to reach for something in a cupboard or to bend down and pick something up off of the floor. And we work all of those muscles and stretch them out that are going to help you maintain all of those abilities. So first we're going to start just by warming up the entire body. I'm going to inhale, look up at the ceiling. Exhale, look down at the floor. Inhale, look up. Exhale, look down. Inhale, look up. Exhale, look down. Come back up to the center. Inhale, look over to the left. Exhale, look to the right. Inhale to the left. Exhale to the right. And one more. Inhale. And exhale. Very good. Bring the arms up in front of you. Rotate the wrists. Do a few hand exercises here. It's really good if you've got arthritis in your hands, just to get all of the fluids moving and warm. Spread the fingers as wide as you can, and then clench the hands into a fist. Spread. Squeeze tight. And one more. Spread. And squeeze it tight. Push the right hand forward, grab the fingers with the left hand, pull back gently. And then point the fingers down, push back gently. Now push the left hand forward, grab the fingers, and pull back gently. And point the fingers toward the ground. Relax it down. Okay, take the right arm up as you inhale. Exhale, bring it down and back around. Inhale. And exhale, lubricating the shoulder joint. Reach as far as you can. Try to get a little bit farther each time. And now the left arm, inhale as you come up. Exhale, back around and down. And make these movements as big as you can. Get lots of blood flowing through the joints. Now inhale, spread the arms wide, stretching the chest up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, round the back and bring the fingertips together as you look down at the floor. Inhale, spread wide. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale, rounding the back. One more like that, inhale. And exhale. Very good. Okay. Warming up the abdominals and all the oblique muscles, so through the core. Inhale, twist over to the right. Exhale, over to the left. Inhale to the right. Exhale to the left. Inhale. Exhale, pulling the belly button tight against the spine. One more time. Keeping the back as straight as possible. And back up. Reach high as you inhale. Exhale, come down. Touch the calf muscles and then come back up. Inhale. Exhale. Rounding the back as you come back up. push it forward and pull back. Just very gentle here, warming up all the muscles in the leg, flexing the foot. And now the left leg, same thing, flexing the foot, just push forward and gently pull back. Bring the feet together, bring the toes out, and then in, keeping the heels together. Warming up the lower part of the legs a little bit more. And now do the same thing with the heels coming out. It's important that we get the muscles really warm before we stretch them. That will help prevent injury. Okay, bring the right leg up and swing back and forth. Just warming up the hip joint. And switch sides, same thing. Just a nice gentle swing. Okay, now we're going to work on our balance muscles just for a few moments before we stretch everything out and relax the whole body. So, a couple of things to think about. One is posture, so that means having a nice straight back, shoulders are back and down, notice the chest is up, back is flat. So that's the first thing, posture. The second thing is your abdominal muscles. Imagine that you're pulling your belly button back towards your spine. And that's going to help you have even better posture as well. That's going to keep you stable. And if you can work on those muscles every day, you're going to have better balance and just be able to function in everyday life better. So really important that we work these muscles. So we're first going to start by reaching over to the right, holding the abdominal muscles in tight. So we're going to inhale here, and then we're going to twist over and exhale as you twist to the other side, using the abdominal muscles to rotate the body back and forth. Inhaling in one direction, exhaling in the other, but keeping the abdominals tight the whole time and using those muscles to rotate. And one more. And back to the center. Okay. Now this next one, I'll show you a couple of different options. Sitting nice and tall, bring the arms to the side. Again, holding the abdominals in. You're going to use those abdominal muscles, especially into the obliques here, to pull the body over to the side. Only go as far as you can while engaging those core muscles. Now using those muscles, pull the body back up and then switch over to the other side. Pulling the body in tight. Now, this version is if you feel like you're a little bit more weak in the abdominal muscles, maybe your balance isn't quite as good as you would like it right now, you're going to stay right here. Continue this movement here using the core muscles. If you feel like you'd like to challenge yourself, bring those feet up off the ground and continue the same movement, but really focusing on the core muscles, using all those core muscles to pull you down and back up. If you feel any back pain whatsoever, make sure you're keeping your feet flat on the ground and pull the belly in tight. That's going to support the back. Last one, and relax it down. Okay, we're going to work on our balance here, right from the chair. So we're going to balance first on the right leg. Bring the left leg up. Bring the arms out to the side. Notice you've got to pull your abdominal muscles in just to keep your balance here. If you feel like this is really easy, scoot forward a little bit more in your chair so that you really have to balance more. Now, if you can, lean forward, keeping a straight back, putting lots of weight into that right leg. And if you really feel up to it, bring the heel up and put all the weight in the toes. Now you're balancing everything on that right leg. Inhale and exhale, holding this, keeping the belly pulled in. Back is straight. And relax it down. And let's do the other side. So now lifting up the right leg, balancing on the left. Keeping the foot flat if you need to. Bring the arms up. You can stay right here. If this already feels challenging, stay right here. If you need more of a challenge, again, keeping the back straight, lean forward, putting your weight into the left leg. And then if you want even more challenge, come up on the toes. You're gonna feel us working the calf muscles, the whole back of the leg, core muscles, even the arms as they hold out to the side. And relax it down. Excellent. Okay. If you haven't already done so, scoot all the way to the edge of your chair. I'm going to do one more balance exercise before we move into all of the stretches. First, you're going to balance on the left leg, bring the right leg up, and we're going to bring it up and out to the side, using your abdominal muscles to keep your upper body still. If you were standing, you would want to do the same exact thing. So we're practicing here in a chair what we want you to be able to do while you're standing. So if you keep those abdominal muscles in tight, you would be able to do this as you're standing too, potentially. And if you wanted to stand up and hold onto a chair and do this, you're perfectly welcome to. Okay, left leg out and in. Focusing on the balance. Don't worry so much about what the leg is doing. Focus on keeping the upper body still. Belly pulled in tight. Nice tall posture. Just two more like this. And one more. And relax it down. Very good. Okay, now we're ready to just stretch out the entire body from the head to the toe and increase our flexibility and mobility. And hopefully by the end you'll also feel very relaxed. So we're going to inhale, tilt the head over to the left. Bring the left arm up overhead and just pull gently. You'll feel a nice stretch along the right side of the body. Take some deep breaths. Imagine lots of blood and oxygen getting into the right side of the neck. Just stretch it out. And the next inhale, tilt over to the other side, and now bring the right arm up and over. If you're not able to reach overhead, that's perfectly okay. You can also reach across and just hold on to the chin, making sure you're not pushing too hard. Some deep breaths. Make sure the left arm is dropped down. And release that. Inhale, look up. Press gently on the forehead, stretching the front of the neck. On the next exhale, look down, just press gently on the back of the neck. And release the arms. And just do gentle circle of the head all the way around. Making sure the shoulders are relaxed, down away from your ears. And other direction. Very good. Okay, now I'm going to work on the shoulders. So bring the right arm in front of you. Turn the palm up. Bend the arm at a 90-degree angle. Bring the left arm underneath. If you're able to, bring the palms together. If you're not able to, just spread the palms apart. Making sure that you're keeping the shoulders relaxed and down. And then if you're able to, bring the arms up just a little bit while keeping the shoulders relaxed. This is a very tight area for many people. Just focus on the breathing. Slow breaths in and out. As you do so, you're sending lots of blood and oxygen into the shoulders, particularly that right shoulder. And relax it down. Bring the left arm forward. Turn the palm up. Bend the arm at a 90-degree angle and bring the right arm underneath. Again, bringing the palms together if you're able to, or just keep them apart. Should feel a really good stretch in the left shoulder. Drop the shoulders down, lift the elbows up just a little bit more. Take some deep breaths. The next exhale, slowly release it down. And do a few shoulder rolls back. And forward. Very good. All right. We're going to work on stretching out the chest. Reach behind you. Press on your chair and reach the chest forward as you look up at the ceiling. If you have armrests on your chair, you could also be pushing on the armrest. This gives you a little deeper stretch. And if you're able to, you can even bring your hands behind your back together and push them behind you for an even deeper stretch through the chest. We want strong chest and back muscles for our balance, but we also want them to be flexible so that we're able to move the way we want to. And release it. Bring the hands in front of you. Push the hands forward. Push the back towards the back of the chair and let the head drop down. Stretching the upper back. And back up to a tall seated position. Pull the arms over to the right. Stretching into the upper back just a little bit more. Maybe even to the shoulder and the side of the body. And switch over to the other side. And back to the center. Okay, now we're going to stretch out those abdominal muscles a little bit that we worked so hard at the beginning. You're going to reach up. And just reach behind. Stretch in front of your body as much as you can. Feeling those abdominal muscles stretch out. And back to the center. Okay, walk the feet out. Come out as far as you're able to. You should feel just a gentle stretch through the inner thighs here. Place the right elbow on the right knee and push that knee backward just a little bit from the upper thigh so you feel a deeper stretch in the inner thigh. We're going to use this move to stretch out our back, inner side of our body, as well as the inner thigh. So bring the left arm up and over if you're able to. If you're not able to get your arm that high yet, reach across the body and just reach as far as you can. Should feel a nice stretch in the side of the body here. And now to stretch out the back, place the hand on the back and then look up at the ceiling. You feel more of a stretch through the lower back here. Still pressing back on the leg to continue stretching the inner thigh. Take some deep breaths. Feel the extra blood and oxygen into those areas of the body that we're stretching. And come back to the center and gently come back up. Other side. Left elbow to left knee, pushing backward on the leg to stretch that left inner thigh. Reach up and over with the right arm, feeling a great stretch through the side of the body. Take some deep breaths here. And then bring that arm to the lower back. Turn and look up at the ceiling, stretching the lower back and the hips. Take some nice deep breaths here. And come back to the center, sit up nice and tall. Walk those feet in. Now we're going to work into the hips. I'm going to show a couple of different ways to do this. First one is just to cross the right foot over the left. The left foot should be straight as you can get it. Then turn that right foot so that the toes are facing the ground. The side of the foot is on the shin of the left leg. Notice that my knee is now jutting out. I'm going to press on the upper thigh. And this is where you want to stay if you feel like you're really tight through the hips, or if you've had a hip replacement, you need to stay right here. And if you feel like you need a little bit more stretch and you haven't had a hip replacement, you can bend that left leg, bring the right foot to the top of that leg. And the leg is kind of squared off here, leaning into the thigh. Be sure to not press on the knee, but on the thigh. Lean forward with a straight back. And the more you lean into it, the more you're going to feel this stretch through the hip and through the glute muscles. Those are muscles that get really tight sometimes. And then as we go to walk around, we'll find that our leg isn't going to move as cooperatively as we had hoped. So we want to make sure that these hip joints stay open and flexible so that we're able to continue moving the way we'd like to. And come back up to tall seated position, gently release that. And then we'll do the other side, so straighten the right leg, cross the ankles, and then bring that foot up just a little bit higher, the toes pointing toward the ground and the knee is out. Pressing into the thigh. You're going to stay right here if you're not as flexible or if you've had a hip replacement. If you haven't had a hip replacement and you feel like you want a little more stretch the hips, bend the right leg, bring the left leg on top, and then just press into that upper thigh and lean forward, getting a really great stretch through the hips and the glutes. Just take some deep breaths. Will all the blood and oxygen to get into those joints. And then come on back up. Release it down. Okay, now we're going to stretch out the calf muscle. Bring the right foot behind you, pressing the foot toward the ground as much as you can. If it doesn't touch the ground, it's okay. What I want you to feel is a good stretch through the calf muscle, the back of the lower leg. And breathe. Now we're sending out blood and oxygen into that calf muscle. And then back up. Other side, left foot behind you, pressing the heel toward the ground and leaning into the thigh. Stretching out the calf muscle. Take some deep breaths. And come on back up. Okay, now to stretch the top of the foot and to get it even into the top of the leg. It's a really hard muscle to stretch while you're sitting in a chair. Bring your foot behind you and place the top of the foot on the ground. And just lean forward gently. And release it. Other side, right or left foot behind you. Place the top of the foot on the ground behind you. And lean into it. And come on back up. Sit nice and tall. We're going to do a vinyasa here. We're going to inhale, reach high. Exhale, come down, bring the hands to the knees, round your back. And then flex the back, look up at the ceiling. And round the back. And come back up. Let's do one more like that. Inhale, reach high. Taking lots of blood and oxygen. Exhale, keep your back flat, hands to the knees. Then round the back. Bring the back flat. Flex the back, look up at the ceiling. And round the back, come back up to a tall seated position. A couple of shoulder rolls back. All right, we are ready to do a little relaxation here. Just sit back in your chair. Get as comfortable as you can. You can close your eyes if you would like to. Take a big breath in through the nose. And out through the mouth. Another one like that. Breathe in through the nose. And out through the mouth. As you inhale, squeeze all the muscles in your face. Squeeze them tight. And then exhale and relax the muscles in the face and the neck. The next inhale, scrunch the shoulders up by the ears. Squeeze it tight. And exhale and feel the shoulders relax. Feel any tension in the shoulders rolling down the arms. Inhale, tighten all the muscles in the arms as tight as you can. And then exhale, relax the arms and feel tension dripping out the fingertips. And then next, inhale, tighten up the glute muscles, your abdominals, everything in your torso. Exhale and relax it down. And then inhale, tighten up the leg muscles, feet, squeeze everything tight. And then exhale, feel it relax. You inhale, so you get lots of fresh oxygen. Exhale, feel stress and tension rolling down the body. Dripping right out the toes. Keep breathing deeply. Feel your body relaxing more into the chair. Just melting into the chair. Take a few moments here to just relax. Listen to the music. Just focus on your breathing. You have nowhere you need to be right now. Nothing you need to do. Just breathe. On your next inhale, gently start to wiggle the toes. And wiggle the fingers. If your eyes are closed, gently blink them open. And very slowly come back up to a tall seated position, looking down at the floor, giving the blood in your head a moment to readjust. The hands to the knees. Take a big breath here. Exhale. When you're ready, look back up at me. Take a big breath in, reach high. And exhale down to heart center. Namaste. Have a wonderful day. Thank you for exercising with me. And remember, you can get a great workout and a great stretch even in the chair.